From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, December 2nd, 2017. Silver is trading at $16.44 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,281 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 4.6 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $11,117. Antiwar.com reports, according to the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, rebels in the Syrian Golan region shot down a Syrian army helicopter not far from the Israeli border. Both soldiers on board the helicopter were killed in the attack. This area, southwest of Damascus, has been a common site for fighting between the government and rebels in the recent months. The area remains controlled by rebel factions, though the government has it surrounded. According to the observatory's reports, a guided missile was fired at the helicopter to shoot it down. The exact type of missile or exactly which faction fired it are yet unclear, though if it turns out to be a U.S.-provided missile, this may be another source of tension. Not that this is necessarily the case. While the U.S. has indeed armed a lot of rebel factions, the Syrian war started around the same time the Libyan regime change happened, and that too put a lot of anti-aircraft weapons on the black market.
You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. You can join the Fans program for as little as $1 per month through Patreon and get perks like ad-free versions of FPP Radio News and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. That's fans.fppradio.com.
UPI reports the U.S. Commodities Future Trading Commission announced on Friday that two major exchanges can begin trading in Bitcoin futures. The commission warned, though, that the value of the virtual currency unattached to any government production of currency is speculative and can be volatile. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange and the CBOE Futures Exchange, both based in Chicago, were given approval to trade in Bitcoin futures. The smaller Cantor Exchange received the same approval. The CME announced that its trading will begin on December 18th. Christopher Giancarlo, chairman of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, said, "Bitcoin, a virtual currency, is a commodity unlike any the Commission has dealt with in the past. As a result, we have had extensive discussions with the exchanges regarding the proposed contracts, and CME, CFE, and Cantor have agreed to significant enhancements to protect customers and maintain orderly markets. In working with the Commission, CME, CFE, and Cantor have set an appropriate standard for oversight over these Bitcoin contracts, given the Commission's limited statutory ability to oversee the cash market for Bitcoin. The futures trading on exchanges will allow traders to invest in predictions of whether a Bitcoin's value will rise or fall, similar to current commodity markets in oil, gold, and other raw materials. Skeptics believe Bitcoin trading is a bubble that will eventually crash in value and interest."
For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. And as a Bitcoin-preferred business, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co.
Reuters reports authorities in Charlottesville failed to protect public safety and free speech during a white nationalist rally over Confederate statues that turned deadly in the Virginia college town in August, according to an independent review released on Friday. The violence between counter-protesters and white nationalists who were outraged by the city's plan to remove a statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee marked an eruption in tension over the symbols of the Civil War's losing side. A 32-year-old woman was killed when a car plowed into a group of counter-demonstrators. Friday's three-month review by former U.S. Attorney Timothy Heffy faulted law enforcement agencies for breakdowns in planning and coordination, as well as a timid response that led to disastrous results. The report, commissioned by Charlottesville officials to address criticism of the response to the August 12th Unite the Right rally, said the city was unable to protect the rights of free expression and facilitate the permit holders' offensive speech. This represents a failure of one of the government's core functions, the protection of fundamental rights. Charlottesville police declined comment. City manager Maurice Jones said in a statement he did not agree with all of the findings, but was profoundly sorry for falling short of expectations. He said the city was developing a plan to address the issues. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.